We use a spring scale to measure force. A force is any push or pull on an object. So you can use a spring scale to pull a cart. You can use a spring scale to measure the force needed to lift something using a lever. Or you can use a spring scale to measure the weight of something, the force it takes to lift it. Here are a few spring scales we can use. We call each one by its maximum unit. The yellow spring scale is a 50 Newton spring scale. The red spring scale is a 20 Newton spring scale. The green one is a 5 Newton spring scale, and the blue one is a 2.5 Newton spring scale. We always want to use the smallest spring scale we can without breaking it. That gives us the most accurate reading. First, we have to zero out the scale, which means the scale reads 0 before we start. We want to make sure we have accurate readings. You can see that this spring scale does not read 0 to start. The disc is not at 0. To fix that, we twist the knob at the top, and that will raise or lower that disc until it reads exactly 0. Now our scale is zeroed out. Now that we have the scale zeroed out, we need to figure out the scale, which means what is each line worth. To do this, we go from 0 newtons to 10 newtons, and we count the number of lines to do that. There are 10 lines. So 10 newtons divided by 10 lines is 1 newton per line. So one line above 10 would be 11, one below 10 would be 9 newtons. Here on the red spring scale, to go from 0 to 2 newtons, there are 4 lines. 2 newtons divided by 4 lines is 0.5 newtons per line. On this green spring scale, to go from 0 to 1 newton, there are 10 lines. 1 newton divided by 10 lines is 0.1 newtons per line. On this blue spring scale, to go from 0 to 0.5, there are 10 lines. 0.5 newtons divided by 10 lines is 0.05 newtons per line. The next step is to get an accurate measurement. Make sure the object's not bouncing. Keep it steady. Look directly at the line. Be sure to get eye level so you get an accurate reading. 2.0 newtons. What do you think? Always remember to have a team member check your work. I agree, 2.0 newtons. Here are some examples for you to try. What is the reading on this spring scale? If the reading is less than 20 newtons, we can use the red spring scale, which has a maximum reading of 20 newtons. The red scale is more accurate than the yellow one. What is the reading on this spring scale? If the reading is less than 5 newtons, you can use the green spring scale without breaking it. You always want to use the more accurate spring scale, which is the smaller one. What is the reading on this spring scale? What is the reading on this spring scale?